What if I told you that your food is poisoning you? But it's not the seed oils, it's not the high fructose corn syrup, it's not the emulsifiers. Okay, well, maybe it is. But those things are clear as day on the label for anybody to see, and anybody with 15 seconds in an iPhone can look up and see that they should not be consuming those. What I'm here to talk about today is what's not on the label. So I'm going to give you a case study from my own life. And pay attention because you're going to want to hear this. You'll also probably not want to hear this. But regardless, here we go. For almost the entirety of my adult life, I have worked in the cannabis industry in California. Now, to be clear as a disclaimer, I don't like weed. In fact, I hate weed. It's a job for me, and I happen to be good at it, and it makes a decent income. So that's what I do. But at one point, I worked for a lab in California that was opening up a new lab in Maryland because Maryland was just getting legalized recreationally, and they wanted to take hold of that state as well. So we open up a brand new extraction facility, a brand new kitchen. Everything is spotless. Everything is brand new. Investor money, everything poured into it. Wonderful. They finally get things licensed, up to code. Everything is perfect and dialed in. And so one of the guys was the edible experience guy. I'm always just the hydrocarbon extraction, just straight extractions. You give me a product you want from hydrocarbon extractions, I'll give it to you. So we give the extract to the kitchen guy. He's like, great, we're gonna run our first batch of edibles. This is awesome, I can't wait. Brand new kitchen, first run. Cool. And nowadays, all edible products are gummies and whatnot, but it was many years ago. So he was like, I'm gonna do just stoner treat Rice Krispie treats. I'm like, all right, nobody wants that, but whatever. He goes to do Rice Krispie treats. He gets his Rice Krispies, he gets the extract from us, and goes to formulate it, creates the entire thing, and before you send out your batch to be sold, you have to get it tested. You get it lab tested, and that gives you a COA that approves you to be able to sell it. Now, cannabis regulations are tighter than food regulations. Note right here. So we send them out, they come back, everything failed. And we're like, what the hell? How could everything fail? It's a brand new kitchen, brand new extraction equipment, like millions of dollars into this first batch to happen perfectly, and it fails? That does not make sense. So we're like, all right, well, we got to figure out like how that even happened. We need to piece off the ingredients, send them out, and we'll get each individual thing tested. So we send every single thing out. It all comes back. One of them does fail. Now, the batch of edibles that failed for an E. coli-like bacteria. What the hell? There's no E. coli-like bacteria in a brand new, spotless, lab-grade kitchen. What comes back as failing was the Rice Krispies that were purchased at Walmart. Now, as I said before, cannabis has tighter standards than the average food product. So the Rice Krispies that were able to be sold at Walmart to your kids had the presence of an E. coli-like bacteria that was too high for us to sell as an edible product because we know how much those stoners care about their health, but it's fine to give to your children. So when I say what's not on the label, it's important to remember that there are endless toxins, organisms, bacteria that are allowed in certain limits in your food. And if you are consuming these foods regularly, it will have detrimental effects. So it's important to clarify here that there are things called a limit of quantification when it comes to testing. Now, this is something I deal with all the time. As a lab manager, we're just constantly reading test results. You have to be able to see, and there are allowances. A limit of quantification means that there is something present, but we just can't give you an actual number on it. It's there. We see it's there when we're testing, but we don't know how much, so you can just send it out. And if that's not a red flag and dangerous and alarming, then I don't know what is. Because there are endless products and things that are put into our food that are on the label, like we said before, seed oils, emulsifiers, high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, get that shit out of your life. But there's an endless level of things that are allowed to be in your diet, in your food, but we're just gonna tell you it's safe. It's not safe. When you've got levels of heavy metals and mycotoxins in your food and you're being told it's fine, I don't see how that is fine, right? You're allowed 11 rodent hairs per 50 grams of cinnamon. That's a regulation. You're allowed 2 maggots per 500 grams of canned tomatoes. Is that not filthy? And this is where the importance of getting quality sourced food comes into play. Yes, it's expensive to get organic groceries. It's expensive to find other routes of nutrition because, yeah, it's harder to get through manufacturing when you're doing things the right way. That is why they have put these allowances into place to make it easier for manufacturers. But when these manufacturers have monopolies on the food systems and they're allowed to do things that are poisoning our people, that is wrong and we should call it out. So know that there are endless things in your food, if you are not sourcing them properly, that are going to poison you. And it's a difficult time to say, hey, you should spend more money on food. I know. It's difficult for me to do. But I think about it as a return on an investment. If you are going to spend a little bit more on your food to get things that are going to make you function properly, well, if you've got a 15 to a 30% increase on your productivity and your quality of life because you spent 10% more on food, even 20% more, that investment seems worth it to me. So I urge you, if you haven't tried to cut out bullshit and just tried single ingredient, healthy, organic foods as best source as you can, like you can compromise. I'm not saying it has to be perfect. You have to find the farmer and go lab test their soil. No. But if you can cut as much shit out as possible, that could possibly be poisoned, like the Rice Krispie treats at Walmart, then you're going to be living a better life. And you're going to be able to function better every single day. And if you're functioning better every single day, then you're going to make progress in your own life, and you're going to be able to adapt, evolve, and build yourself and the others around you. And there's not much better than that. Because as you see this decline of society, getting addicted to social media and quick dopamine and garbage food, it's up to you to be the outsider and stand up and say, no, this is not right. As human beings, we've got to fuel properly and make sure that we are healthy and standing strong and tall. So I'm asking you today to at least try for, even just a week, 2 weeks though would be great. Just cut all the bullshit out. Cut all the bullshit out. Single ingredient foods. It doesn't have to be carnivore, keto, vegan, like just food. Like whole food. No bullshit. The level of amazing you will feel will change your life. I promise you. And if you doubt yourself because you're addicted to that Starbucks run with the sugary coffee and you're addicted to the Jack in the Box on your lunch break, I believe in you. Stick with it for at least a week or two. Your life will dramatically improve. I promise you. Your body's going to thank you. And it'll start functioning in a way you did not even think possible. As a note, remember that I was once over 100 pounds heavier than I am right now, massively overweight. And it was cutting all the bullshit out that massively helped change my life. Your life can change too, I promise you. Just up to you, take the first few steps. Remember, there are systems in place to keep you down, and poison in your food, whether it's on the label or not, is one of those things. If you can at least eliminate that, you are going to be functioning on a level that is above everyone else around you. And you know what? If you just roll on through with this and don't do it, well, I'll be here again tomorrow. And I'll be telling you the same goddamn thing. Eat healthy, work hard, get some fitness in your life, get quality sleep, build your brain, build your body, build your mind, and become something great, because I believe you can be absolutely greater than you are right now. There is a path out there for you that you can't even comprehend right now because you don't know your ability and your capabilities to achieve greatness. But you'll get there. Just keep on going. I'll see you all tomorrow.